Holy baloney. So, we're 6 months from finding out who is gonna be the president of the United States. And it's usually, the time when celebrities start saying, I endorse Biden, I endorse Trump. This is a big problem. Nobody is endorsing Biden. Let's be real right now. Everyone's hiding from him with a 10-foot stick, But when it comes to Trump, everyone's endorsing him. And you know who's definitely endorsing him? The black community, bro. And yes, y'all finally woke up. That's awesome. So, but this story, this is usually a time. Okay, so the story is that one big Biden supporter back in 2020, which is The Rock, is kind of changing the tune. So here's a video of him in 2020.
I have never publicly endorsed a presidential candidate or a vice presidential candidate in my life, over my career. So I figured let's kick this conversation off this way by me officially publicly endorsing you both to become president and vice president of our great country.
Thanks, Brad.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
That's
means a great
incredible.
deal to us, for real. Thank you.
Really. Thank you.
And bro, when it's 2024 now, it's a change of tune. Let's be honest. We've had both presidents for roughly close to 4 years, and one is completely different from the other. So, and in 2024, it's looking like The Rock is on a change of heart, sir. And he ends up coming out in a Fox News show, I think Will Kane show. Honestly, I don't know. All I know, it's Fox. And The Rock openly talks about not being happy with the state that we are in the United States right now.
Let's be direct, let's be honest. There was a time that you used your fame, and it was a time that not everybody was happy. And that was a few years ago.
That's right.
And you made a very big point. You said, I've never done this before. I've never endorsed a political candidate.
That's
and
right.
you endorsed Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And I'm being real with you, and you're being real with me.
Sure.
A lot of people on Fox watching this, you and I talk right now, remember that and wonder about that. So how do you feel now in retrospect with that endorsement?
In what way?
Are you happy that you made that endorsement in 2020? Are you happy with the state of America?
Am I happy with the state of America right now? Well, that answer is no. Do I believe we're going to get better? I believe in that. I'm an optimistic guy, and I believe we can get better. Was something that tears me up in my guts back then and now, which is division. And that got me, and I didn't realize it then. I just thought, hey, our country feels like there's a lot of unrest. It feels like I would like things to calm down. Maybe we need a change. This is what I'm gonna do, and this is who I'm gonna endorse.
And I mean, oh man, sir. While it's not endorsing Biden, let's be honest, he's not endorsing Biden, but people also have to remember he's simply not picking anybody, right? So while we still have the clickbait pictures of, The Rock with the MAGA hat,
Bruh.
he hasn't officially stated that he's gonna, endorse Trump, but he's just saying, yo, I'm gonna keep it neutral on this because I got so much flack on this. For reals, he got demolished, sir. And he's actually just stayed out of politics. It's simple. If you pick Trump and you work for Hollywood, you already know you ain't getting the movie titles in the next upcoming years. Let's be honest. So he has to be careful. His movie career will be destroyed. And if you vote Biden, then you're going to have, to deal with the fans, which, The Rock is a masculine guy. UFC, wrestling, masculine men tend to be a little bit more conservative. He's gonna get backlash for at least 50% of his audience. So he's gonna divide his group pretty much, essentially. Not saying Democrats don't like The Rock. Of course they do. But I'm just saying it's gonna divide his group, But when it comes to the woke media, if you don't commit to the cause, so even though The Rock stayed neutral, guess who came? The View, the crazy women that honestly, it's a bunch of old idiots that don't know anything. I could tell you right now, you get more facts from this crappy channel than you do in The View. That's how bad they are, bro. So anyways, here's The View's point of view of The Rock all of a sudden when he ain't part of the Biden, fan base.
So this morning, besides the earthquake going on Fox and Friends, superstar Dwayne The Rock Johnson was asked about, he was asked about, are his relatives here? What? He was asked about putting his weight behind Joe Biden in the last election, so watch.
Am I happy with the state of America right now? Well, that answer is no. Do I believe we're going to get better? I believe in that. I'm an optimistic guy, and I believe we can get better. The endorsement that I made years ago with Biden was one I thought was the best decision for me at that time. Am I going to do that again this year? That answer is no. I'm not going to do that because what I realized, what that caused back then was something that tears me up in my guts back then and now, which is division.
So, a couple of questions. First of all,
Maybe they're not as relatives.
yeah. So
I love how the audience is a bunch of freaking NPCs, you know. They openly cheer hearing The Rock. And the moment the View tells you, no, Rock bad, they switch faster than someone's pronoun, sir. And for that one, can I get a, oh, man, sir. So the huge no-no in Hollywood is voting for the Orange Man. And people, especially the View in Hollywood, they're so scared of this guy, you're not even allowed to say his name, bro. People swear like he's Voldemort from like Harry Potter or something. But anyways. But let's not forget, it's no rumors that The Rock has been trying to run for president. That's another thing. And a few years ago, and you know, he might have, you know, been running as a Democrat. Who knows now? But he has to be careful with this election, bro, because this one's a big one. I know every year they say this election is going to be the biggest one of the year. No, this one legit is, bro. I don't know. You want dementia Biden, or do you want the one that's actually competent? I could tell you right now, I know the Democrats are like, yeah, but he's unhinged. He's crazy. That's what they said about him in 2020. They said that about him in 2016. And we've had them both. And I got to tell you, it was a lot better with. I miss that cheap gas. I miss the good economy. Just think with your mind and don't think with what the media or your little feelings say, dude. Vote what's best for you, bro. Period, right? All right, so let's not forget, it's no rumors, right, about The Rock trying to run for president. And that's not including all the, you know, bad publicity he has been getting since we had him in the whole Hawaii incident. So if you guys forgot about the Hawaii incident, don't forget, we had Oprah, right? Oprah, this lady, one multi-billionaire, and then we had a one multi-millionaire, which is The Rock, you know, giving away 0.10% of their funds, right? Probably like 0.1%, but anyways. And then they decide, you know what? We need you guys that are in Bidenomics to go and pay the rest of the tab on this fire. Bro, when I tell you, the backlash that came out of this was insane. The Rock had to do an apology letter, right? So he learned his lesson, kind of. And then Oprah went to a show and wanted to play the victim. So it's like, bro, it is insane. So I'm asking that so yeah, here's a video of it if you don't remember.
Oprah and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, they're dealing with some backlash concerning the charity that the pair started to benefit the people of Maui.
Last Thursday, Oprah and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson launched the People's Fund of Maui, asking people to donate the money to help those affected by the tragic wildfires. They started the campaign with $10 million, but the posts are receiving some major backlash on Instagram and on TikTok, with people criticizing the wealthy pair for asking fans to donate. Commenters say that the pair could donate all the money needed and make it all back within a year.
So The Rock has been openly mocked and called out for this. That was a bad one. And then the woke bobs are already, you know, salty that The Rock isn't endorsing Trump. And they're on Twitter everywhere. And they're just, bro, here we go. No surprise.
Well, folks, in critically important news, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson announced he's going to keep his politics to himself. Dwayne somehow managed to avoid being struck down by a giant bolt of irony lightning as he made his proclamation during an appearance on Fox News, which of course is just about the most political environment he could have chosen. It's almost like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson didn't want to admit that his audience smacked him pretty bad for supporting Biden in the last election, and his handlers pressured him to fix the problem and keep his stardom intact.
So you mean to tell me The Rock, aka Dwayne Johnson, took his Rudy Poo candy ass on live TV and told the millions and millions of fans that he regretted supporting Joe Biden for the 2020 election because Joe Biden is causing division in this country. Joe Biden. Not these MAGA assholes. Not con man Trump. But Joe Biden is causing division in this country. Okay, Rock, we got you. And this brother gonna double down on his stupidity and say in a tweet, and I'm paraphrasing here, hey, you know, in the future, my ballot, my vote is between me and the ballot box. You know what that says? It has the same energy as when you ask, like when they ask these celebrities, hey, are you homosexual? And their answer is, well, I believe that what happens in the privacy of my home and in my bedroom is between me and the person I'm sharing my space with. All you doing is confirming what we already know with your non-answer. So The Rock, stupid ass, could have just kept on voting Republican and kept it to himself. But you got to come out and say some dumb ass shit and let us all know who you stand with.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson doesn't want to take a stand because that would be divisive. Taking a stand against Donald Trump is a divide between what is right and what is wrong. And that is the definition of American history. Our entire history is about taking a stand and dividing between right and wrong, between free and not free. When Paul Revere came riding along and said the British are coming, it is time to overthrow our oppressor, the British monarch, and establish a place of freedom, you had to take a stand, whether you would fight for freedom or not. When Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation amidst the Civil War, you had to take a stand. There was a divide between should you support people being enslaved in chains and bondage or not. When Rosa Parks sat on a bus and propelled forward the civil rights movement, because yes, every goddamn human and American should have the same rights from drinking fountain to White House. Yes, you had to take a stand because there was a divide between right and wrong.
So yeah, you can't win these people. He didn't support Trump because of cancel culture. You know, they'll call him a racist and a right-wing extremist, which I wouldn't be surprised if they already call The Rock that at this point. You know, if you're in part of the cause, you know, you are evil. And he will lose all his, you know, movie roles in Hollywood. And no one with a 10-foot pole is endorsing Biden unless they have Trump derangement syndrome at this point. I don't know why you want to vote for him, you know. The media is blasting Trump as a racist, right? Like, bro, this is 2016 again. I say this multiple times because it doesn't stick to people. People have stage 4 Trump derangement syndrome at this point. And it's gonna get worse as the months go by. So, which is so funny because every black celebrity used to love Donald Trump. People would rap about him. And the moment he ran for president, it was like a switch. All of a sudden, he was labeled a racist by the media. And it's funny now in 2024 that they are running with the same story from 2016 of Trump bad and we must protect democracy. But they have no solutions about what the people actually care about. And it's inflation, bro. Bro, everything's too expensive. And everything people are feeling, they're pretty much feeling stretched out at this point. And barely have enough to survive, and let alone buy anything out of joy and just necessity at this point. And second is the immigration crisis, which Biden is constantly making the problem worse and even tried to blame it on Trump at one point, which is ironic because the conservatives have been complaining about the border since Trump has been trying to be president since 2016.
For much too long, as you all know, the immigration system has been broken. And it's long past time to fix it. That's why months ago I instructed my team to begin negotiations with a bipartisan group of senators to seriously and finally fix our immigration system. Now, all indications are this bill won't even move forward to the Senate floor. Why? A simple reason. Donald Trump.
Stop the cap. And it's even more obvious. Trump has the people the moment Mr. Donald J. Trump got a record $50.5 million donation from the people on his campaign.
People are just wanting change. The rich people want it, poor people want it, everybody wants change. Our country is really doing poorly. We're a laughing stock all over the world, and we're going to get that change very quickly. And this has been some incredible evening before it even starts, because people, they wanted to contribute to a cause of making America great again, and that's what's happened. We're going to make America great again. Everyone knows it. The election's going to be in now a little more than 6 months, and it's going to be the most important, I believe, election we've ever had. I think it's going to go down as the most important date in the history of our country. That's November 5th will be the most important date in the history of our country. And thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here.
And this is a funny thing too. Biden, right? Biden had the same campaign too, but he has the Hollywood power, right? So he had freaking, it was not just him, because let's be honest, nobody went in there for Biden. Maybe a couple old folks, but that's it. But the main selling point that people went in there was because you had Lizzo, the entertainer. You had Obama. And for some reason, people stuff like, Epstein's Islands, Bill Clinton for some reason. But hey, they sell tickets, right? So yeah, together they made $25 million, which is a lot. But the news is like, oh, the Biden administration made a whopping $25 million. Wow, it's a record. And I'm like, why aren't you guys talking about Trump getting $50.5 million? And he didn't need all this celebrity Hollywood
Investor
stuff.
John Paulson. Now, last night, Mr. Trump framed this as a record-setting night that was a sign of a uniting Republican Party. You can see former First Lady Melania attended that Florida event that in part looked to mark Mr. Trump now winning the support of some major Republican donors who have been reluctant to back him. Now, the figures from last night reportedly roughly double what Democrats raised for President Biden at an event last week at Radio City Music Hall, involving, of course, President Biden and former Presidents Obama and Clinton.
And then we had talks of Lizzo giving up on her career after the event. Now, bro, and this is my opinion, by the way. This is my opinion, okay? This is me, tinfoil hat. But it probably has to do with the amount of empty people in the fundraiser show. And mostly all the camera people were the only ones there.
Bruh.
But let's be honest, she has other allegations, with the whole banana putting it on other women allegation. That's probably the main reason why she's giving up. But it probably also has to do with the amount of empty people in the fundraiser as well. That's all I'm saying. But no surprise, since Hollywood doesn't really know their people, they really don't. They just never listen to the people. Just look at Disney and, with Marvel and all this stuff that's falling apart. They don't listen to the people, and all they care about is stealing your money, right? And you know what? I ended as that. So if you made it this far, bro, give me a like. And if you like the dumbass things I say, bro, subscribe. And that'll be all. Chinmonmon out.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm Jill Biden's husband. And I am Kamala's running mate.
It doesn't matter what your name is.